dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. So no matter where you are joined from, I hope you can feel a sense of peace and inspiration and connection in this little corner of internet. So let's talk about the book of let's talk about who is Mr. Xuemo and why should you care about Mr. Xuemo's work. Okay, today I'm going to share you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo. Xuemo is one of the most prolific and inspiring authors from Western China, and his story bridges Eastern wisdom and human emotions from Western China. Okay, hi viewer, welcome in. Okay, this is Louis from Western China. So I'm going to share you a book that rich. Okay, hi viewer, welcome in. Okay. So the book is reclaim the throne of your heart. It can give you the wisdom guidance that how to become the master of your mind and how to become the master of your destiny. The book was written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. The book is one of the collection of the essay and reflection by the writer Xuemo with a unique perspective. With a unique perspective and insight, the author gently, Mr. Xuemo gently reminds the modern reader to maintain inner calm and to say farewell to the restless, anxious state of the mind, and to listen deeply to the voice of the soul's wisdom. The book is written in a simple and clear and heartfelt conversations. The book is written in a simple, clear, and heartfelt languages. The book speaks directly to the heart. It inspires today's busy people to draw wisdom and reflection from the everyday life, so that they may cultivate a heart that truly belongs to ourselves. Now I'm going to share you the good news about this book. Okay. Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart is Mr. Xuemo's latest English book. Yeah. This book has reached #1 new release in Eastern philosophy on Amazon, centered on the idea of mastering your mind to shape your destiny. The book addresses how individuals can build clarity, independence, and resilience in an age of information overload and constant pressure. This book presents a structure of 5 steps framework focused on cognitive awareness and personal development. It guides readers to assess the external influences, clarify personal values, strengthen self-observation, improve concentration and insight, and to define behavioral patterns in our daily life. Through a practical and systematic approach, the book aims to help readers reduce the emotional drain, enhance decision-making capacity, and maintain clarity in the complex environment. Hi, welcome. Yeah. Okay, Omian, nice to meet you. Okay, so Omian, if you're new here, don't forget to follow our channel. Are you sure? Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Opium. Okay, opium. Yeah. Thank you so much to remind me. I also I totally forgot that. Opium. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for reminding me. Okay. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Yeah, my friend. So let's continue to talk about the book. Mr. Xuemo, can you see the background behind me? The background, this picture, the picture behind me is our author Xuemo. You know that Mr. Xuemo has written more than 80 titles with over 300 editions and translated into more than 20 languages, including English, French, German, Russian, Spanish, and so on. In recent years, several of his titles has received international literary awards and drawn widespread interest at major global culture events, including the Frankfurt Book Fair, London Book Fair, New York International Book Fair, Chicago Buffet and Miami Buffet. Yeah. So Mr. Xuemo's writing are increasingly recognized in the field of international literature and cross-cultural study. The release of this new book, the release of this new book mark a further expansion of his work into the area of personal development and cognitive management. So this is a powerful book written by Chinese author Xuemo that you have to read. It's an essential reading for your life. So reclaim the throne of your heart. This book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart, is a book that teaches how can one truly allow a heart return to its rightful owner, oneself. Yeah, those who had read Mr. Xuemo's book, The Luminal Muhammadiyah, Sudden Enlightenment, and The Luminal Muhammadiyah, The Essence of Mind Changing, may understand that all spiritual cultivation can be summarized in 3 questions. How do we recognize the true heart? And how do we abiding in the true heart? And how do we skillfully apply the true heart? Yeah, these 3 questions are also deeply reflected through this book. In ancient times, okay, the practitioner often used metaphor of herding an ox to describe the journey of cultivation. The classic 10 oxen pictures vividly illustrated the state of the taming the heart. That inner ox, the mind, is unruly at first, frequently causing trouble, yet through the skillful guardians of the herdsman, yeah, it slowly becomes gentle and obedient, eventually merging into owners. So Mr. Xuemo's journey, training the heart, has been like herding to control an ox. It is like building a brush in the calligraphy. So you know that Mr. Xuemo also used the brush to write the calligraphy. Yeah. So the brush is to control the brush is to control the heart. To write with ease is to express the heart. The two are one in spirit. The two are in one in spirit. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. This book is a collection of contemporary Chinese essays written by author Xuemo, and the book is structured into 4 parts plus an appendix, focusing on the spiritual dilemmas of modern people, drawing on the author's 20 years of experience in practicing Muhammadiyah yoga. And the book explores themes such as impermanence, the essence of life, and bondages by desires, and proposes a path to a spiritual liberation through the practice of renunciation. The book is written in a simple and easy to understand style. The book explains the subject of spiritual autonomy by integrating the author's life wisdom, including a modern interpretation of Buddhist view. Attachment is the cause of bondage to freedom. Attachment is the cause of bondage to freedom. You know that Mr. Xuemo is a renowned spiritual writer and realized being. Yeah. Mr. Xuemo is a renowned spiritual writer and realized being. And this book is a spiritual cultivation work written by Chinese author Xuemo through concise and plain languages, based on his years observing life and reflecting on existence and awakening to the inner self. The practice taught in the book can transform people's mind, their action, and further change their destiny. For readers pursuing a deeper meaning in life, this book offers comprehensive philosophical wisdom and is truly a book for modern people. Yeah, my friend, if you're new here, don't forget to follow our channel. Yeah, this is the second collection of the spiritual essays specially written for modern peoples by the renowned spiritual writer and realized being Xuemo. with sharp insight. Mrs. Xuemo observed that the mind of modern people fluctuates violently according to the values of the time, and are even swept away by the harmful popular idea of preference. Based on this, drawing from his 20 years, drawing from Mr. Xuemo's 20 years experience of cloister Mohammedan yoga practice, and the wisdom gained from life. Hi, Axword Media, nice to meet you. Okay, yeah, my friend, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. So, this is Louis from Western China. I'm here to sharing you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah, based on this, drawing from Mr. Xuemo's 20 years close to Mohammedan yoga practice and the wisdom gained from life, Mr. Xuemo tells us in this book, give us the guardians, the spiritual wisdom guardian, that how to say goodbye to an anxious mind and how to truly own a heart that belongs to ourselves. Okay, Exword Media, are you still here, my friend? Even new, nice to meet you. Okay, yeah. So this book and how to Xuemo tell us how to say goodbye to an anxious mind and how to truly own a heart that belongs to ourselves. The book is the book is profound yet simple, directly to the heart, directly to the heart. Yeah, and characterized by simplicity, purity, and authenticity. So the book is an essential reading. The book is an essential reading for modern life and the spiritual practice. Yeah. So reading this book will provide a reference for our busy modern life, offer a little inspiration, and reveal another possibility. Okay, Gambi. Yeah. Uh, the cartoon. Yeah, you mean the cartoon, Nick? Yeah. So actually, I love the cartoon of the Dragon Balls. The Dragon Balls, the Wukong. You know that the Wukong. Yeah, Dragon Balls. Have you ever watched the cartoon of the from Japan, Wukong, the Dragon Ball, the Dragon Balls. Yeah, I love that, Nick. Yeah, so Nick, okay, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more updates and for more wisdom books. Actually, and from 2017, I start to read the books written by Chinese author Xuemo. You know that there is some funny experience for me when I start to read the books written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah, and then so that I just go to visit my teacher, my Taoist teacher, and my Taoist teacher, he's the readers of Mr. Xuemo, and then his wife also the reader of our author Xuemo. So when I come to visit my teacher, my Taoist teacher, and then my teacher's wife, the madam, she sent me a book written by Chinese author Xuemo. I remember the book's title as "The War is a Reflection of the Mind." Yeah, it's the Chinese edition. And then Miss Xuemo, and the book has the signatures of our author Xuemo. And she sent me the book, and she said this book is an essential reading for the spiritual wisdom. So she asked me to read the book, and I appreciate the gift, the books that she sent to me. And then she asked me every time when I come to visit to my Taoist teacher, and the madam will always ask me, "Hey, Louis, have you ever read a book?" And every time I will say, yes, a little. But actually, I didn't read the book. I didn't read the book. I didn't read the book. Okay, you know that after I graduated from university, I didn't have the hobby to read the books for the culture, and the literature. Yeah. So, and I only read the books to how to take work, the guardians of work. Okay, okay, I just read the books for my teaching. Yeah. So I didn't read the books about the culture and the literature anymore. So it's so hard for me. So every time the madam will ask me, "Hey Luis, have you ever read the books?" When I send it to you, I every time I say, yes, a little. So actually, I didn't read the book, and then the madam is decide to start a reading corner. Okay, she start a reading corner, reading our autonomous book together. So we start to read the word is a reflection of the mind, reclaim the throne of your heart, and what's in largest mind, and eternal love, and a lot of books written by our author Xuemo and also Beyond Emptiness. You know that Mr. Xuemo is a hardworking writer. Mr. Xuemo has written more than 80 titles with over 300 editions. And then after I read the first book, the word is the reflection of the mind, I feel totally fall in love with our author Xuemo's writing. So, and I start to read the books written by our author Xuemo since 2017, just because of the madam of my teacher. Yeah, and she just sent me the book and start a reading corner with me. Okay, we start to read the book. You know that our reading corner in Guangzhou, we only have 4 people to read the books for nearly 1 year. Nearly 1 year. From the second years, the readers, the people join our reading corner one by one. Now, when I left the reading corner in the years of 2022, so the members of our reading corner is more than 50 members, more than 50. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Yeah. So reading this book will provide early feelings of for our busy modern life, offer a little inspiration, and reveal another possibility of awakening. The wisdom of the renowned spiritual writer Xuemo is a gift for all those who feel lost in our daily life. Reclaim the throne of your heart means possessing a mind that can be autonomous, letting the wisdom illuminate our soul, and many people have transformed their destiny through this book. Most of them, after encountering Xuemo's work, first changed their mind and thus evaluated their destiny. Yeah. Gandhi. Yeah. So a person's state of mind determines their destiny. When you let go of all attachment, not even a diamond can destroy your peace of mind. Yeah, only then does your heart, only then does your heart truly belong to yourself. Yeah, only then does your heart truly belong to yourself. Yeah. So when the people that lose life suffering, they will ask the great questions of their life. What is life for? And why do I come into this world? Yeah. And what am I living for? After I die, will everyone remember me? After I die, will everyone remember me beside my descendants? Are there things I have done in this life worthy of praise? And how am I different from all the ordinary busy people in the world? And why do I exist at all in this life? Everyone is like a feather, blown about by the wind of karma, drifting without support and direction. But the young people often think Their wandering is not frightening, and the great meaning of life is too distant and vague. And what they fear most is not finding the person they love, but they didn't understand. Even the love is also impermanent. Yeah. So Mr. Sharma said, from a very young age, I discovered impermanence, and this realization shaped my entire life. And realization shaped my entire life. Yeah. So it made me understand that what I ought to do is in this life, it is write something beneficial to the world. So Mrs. Sharma said, my writing can help people become calm, career enjoyable. People are better off after reading them than before. That is what I consider beneficial. Some people read the popular novels, only become more negative, empty, and get nothing at all. It is better not to waste precious time on such work. That is what I call unbeneficial. The benefit my writing bring to the world is what I call relatively eternal. To build something relatively eternal, within impermanent, is what I mean by the things was doing. In Mrs. Sharma said, in my essays on the writer's spiritual cultivation, I wrote that the questioning of life's meanings in my youth once plunged me into a terrible sense of disillusionment because I discovered the whole world is impermanent and nothing lasts forever. I didn't understand if we all die in the end, what is the point of living? What is the meaning of living? This disillusionment changed after I encountered Buddhism. When I read the law of Buddha satisfying his body to feed an hungry tiger, when I read the law of Buddha giving his flesh to to feed an hungry eagle, I suddenly found the meaning. The meaning is spirit. Okay, you know that the tiger, the eagle, and our body have all turned to dust. But that spirit, carried through story, has been passed down to people across thousands of years, and it illustrates it and that story illuminate the heart, and many people turn dust attend liberation from suffering. This is the meaning. This is the meaning. But those who indulge the souvenirs of the mundane world and refuse to awake and never consider such questions, only when life gradually reveals its true face do they begin to think about life. After all, youth, beautiful things, and love are all change. None are eternal. None are eternal. Human beings transform constantly in the flow of time, full of endless energy swing yarn, and soon glowing white hair, their smooth skin wrinkling, and people grow old day by day, and love fades from brilliant into ordinariness. People grow dissatisfied with the dullness of life, marrying, having children, living an ordinary life, their joy and sorrow revolving around the house, one or two children, or a few cars. Will life just slip away silently along this barren path? At this time, the wise people begin to ask the great questions of life. What is life for? And what am I? And why did I come into this world? And what am I living for? After I die, will anyone remember me beside my descendants? Are the things I have done in this life worthy of praise? How am I different from all the ordinary busy people in the world? And why do I exist at all? Yeah. He will also realize that love is not the whole of life. Even with love, he wants to understand the greater meaning of existence, his true value to the world, and his mission. Only then does he discover this questioning is more important than love. Yeah, he also finds that both work and family carry unavoidable suffering. You know that the raising prices, the need to earn faster to live better. Pretty people at work, often being exploited. Couples who vow to grow old together, quarreling fiercely over small things after marriages, especially after having children. Yeah. So one unpleasant things follow another. This is what the Buddha called all conditioned things are suffering. Cigarettes and wine cannot dilute life's suffering. All nice revelry cannot relieve life's pain. Temporary success cannot hide it. Even the sweetness of love cannot make up for life's suffering. Yeah. So whether we get what we pursue or not, suffering in life is endless. Suffering is the very nature of life. How I wish to be free from this endless pain. Once this thought arises, a faint sense of renunciation is born, and one begins to see liberation. Why is life so full of suffering? Why is life full of suffering? Yeah. Because the human desires keep expanding. As children, happiness is so simple. So I remember when I was a child, one candy can make me happy for a whole day. One candy can make me happy for a whole day. So when I was a kid, when I was a child, okay, I dream about that. I have about a 10 yuan to buy about more than 20 candies. And then 20 candies can make me happy for 20 days. Yeah. So the happiness is so simple. Yeah. Yeah. But when the people realize that they can possess many things, they always want more, always want a better life. Okay. So for example, when I ride a bicycle, to go to the metro and take the metro to the wall, I saw my neighbor take the car. Hi, Eliza, good afternoon. Yeah? Yeah, nice to meet you, okay, Eliza. Okay, so Mr. Xuemo just come back to China, just come back to Gansu province yesterday. I just go to the railway station to pick Mr. Xuemo. Yeah, you know that Mr. Xuemo take the railway to Shenzhen, and then from Shenzhen to take the airplane to Lanzhou, and then from Lanzhou to Wei. Okay, he take the railway. I go to the railway station to pick Mr. Xuemo, and then tonight I'm going to the railway station to pick Madame Lu. You know that we have the summer camp. So Elisa, yeah, the Gautier. You're right. Yeah, you're right. So Madame Lu, Mr. Xuem's wife, she will come to the academy this evening. So later I will go to the railway station to pick Madame Lu and Mr. Xuemo's son. Okay. So Elisa, have you met our author Xuemo's lecture? Have you taken Mr. Xuemo's lectures? Okay, last week. Mr. Xuemo has a lot of lectures last week. Yeah. Have you ever taken the lectures? of our author Xuemo. Yeah, and also Mr. Xuemo has a new book. The book was written during 2020. Okay, it's about the thunder, the Chinese thunder. Have you ever saw that book? Okay, a lot of my friends told me that they cannot get the book because the book sold out during the book fair. Okay, the Chinese thunder. Okay, it's about the Taoist, the Taoist theories about the thunder. Yeah, so the people can practice the spiritual practice. Yeah, the spiritual practice to how to say that. Mm, you have to train the recite some mantras. You can recite some mantras, and then one of my friends told me that when he recite the mantras of thunder, okay, he can feel a kind of thunders in his body, and then the thunder is also near his window, the real thunder. Yeah, so there is some kind of mysterious about the Oriental wisdom. Yeah, Alisa, have you saw that book? Okay, the Chinese thunder, 中华雷法. Yeah. So I want to take that book. But this book didn't for sale in China, in the mainland China. That the book didn't for sale in the mainland China. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. So you know that many years ago, I just take the metro to go to work. When I saw my neighbor driving a car to work, so I want to buy a car. So first, I will buy a car made in China, the cherry, and then when I saw my friend, they are driving the Toyota, and then I want to change. I want to get a Toyota. Okay, so when I saw my friend driving the BMW, I also want to take another BMW. So you know that when the people can realize they can get many things, they want to get more. Yeah, as children, the happiness is simple. When the people realize that that can keep many things, and that our desires keep expanding. Yeah, so when the people realize that they can possess many things, they always want more, always want a better life. Okay, this is the beginning of falling into the net. The so-called net is actually the greed, hatred, delusion, pride, and jealousy. Yeah, the so-called net confuse us, prevent us from attaining peace and liberation, leaving us feeling unfree yet helpless. Yeah, at this time, and some people will pray to the God, and some people will pray to the Buddhas, and some people will pray for the Bodhisattvas. They pray for salvation. Others begin to reflect on life and pursue the truth of existence. Yeah, especially when someone close suddenly pass away, they feel a strong shock, develop a sense of mission, and start searching for faith. Yeah, okay. There is a member in Mr. Xuemo's team. There's a member in Mr. Xuemo's team. She is an excellent editor in our team. Okay, the lady Miss Chen is an excellent. She's an excellent editor in our team. Yeah, do you know what happened to this lady? What happened to this lady? Okay, that is a tragedy. So about have you ever been to Gansu before? Yes. I remember the first time when I come to Gansu province I take I take the lectures of our author Xuemo in 2021, yeah, 2021. So I go to the meadow, okay, to ride a horse, and we also go to the desert to ride a camel, yeah. So we do the barbecues in the desert, and we also hold and fire parties in the meadow, yeah. So uh, can you imagine that in August it's extremely cold during the night, yeah. So I remember the first time when I come to Gansu province is in August during the summer vacation, yeah. Actually, August is the hottest month in the years, but I only wearing the t-shirt when I come to when I go to when I go to visit the meadow, yeah. So when the night fall, do you know what happened? It become extremely cold. Okay, I just I ju- I just play I just play near the fire to keep me warm. Can you imagine that? Because I didn't prepare the thick I didn't play the I didn't prepare the coat. I only prepare the t-shirt. Yeah. So okay, and fortunately, okay, the members of our author Xuemo, they prepare a lot of code for us. So you know that I was so I told to the people, so I'm young enough and I'm a man, so I didn't need a coat. So just let the kids and the old people to wearing the coat. So I just feel extremely cold in the meadows, even though in the hottest months in China, August. Yeah. So that's my experience. That's the first times when I come to Gansu province in the years of 2021. So let's continue to talk about the story. The passage crying. Yeah. So what do you mean there? Okay. The peak of passage, my friend. Oh, passage red. Okay. I always think about passage red. Yeah, passage red. Uh, the passage is the peak of the red. Yeah, yeah, it's the red. Yeah, that's the red. Okay. Kiran George. Kiran George, nice to meet you, my friend. Okay. How's anything? Messy. Okay, you mean Spain win the FIFA, yeah? The World Cup. Okay, that's just a game. Okay, that's just a game, my friend Kiran George. Okay, okay, yeah. Spain is so great. Spain is so great. Okay, you know that the young player Yama, yeah, that's so great. Okay, I saw a video that is so funny. I saw a video that is so funny. I'm going to show you the video for you. Okay, I'm going to show you the video for you. It's so funny. It's about Yama is not the great man. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to show you some, okay, something so funny. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to show you some funny. To the Yama. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh, how can I find that? That is so funny. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I saw a very funny video. Let's see. How can I find it? Yeah, let's see. No, not this one. Yeah, it's right there. Just wait a minute, okay? It's a very a really funny video. Really funny video. Not this one. Hey, how can I find that? I forgot that. Not this one, okay? Just wait a minute, okay? I just want to find the video. Okay, I cannot find that. I cannot find that. So it's about the video about Messi take a bath to Yama, and then another video is about Yama taking a bath to Messi, and Messi is crying. Yeah. So when I saw the video, I just cried for a long time. I just cried for a long time. Yeah. Okay, how can I find that? Okay. Okay, take care, my friend. Okay, Kiran Judge. Yeah. So let's talk about the book. Let's talk about the book. Okay, I forgot the video. I cannot find the video. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Okay, Kiran Judge. Nice to meet you. Okay. So let's continue to talk about the book. Let's continue to talk about the book of the Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. So at these times, when the people falling into the so-called net, yeah, Iran, yeah, nice to meet you, my friend. Hello, yeah. So Matty, so can I call you Matahid? Yeah, your name is Matahid. Yeah, nice to meet you, my friend. This is Louis from Western China. So, Mr. Xuemo will have a conversation with the scholar all over the world every Sunday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in Beijing time. So one of the scholar, one of the professor, okay, she did so good in the conversation, and that professor is from Iran, and then she live in Canada, and then she is and she's the professor in Canada, yeah, and she's so great. Okay, my friend Matahid. Okay, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel, yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. When the people fall into the so-called net, the so-called net is actually the greed, hatred, delusion, pride, and jealousy. Okay. At this time, some people will pray to the Buddha, some people will pray to the God, and some people will pray to the Bodhisattvas. Yeah, okay, and others they just pray for salvation. And other people begin to reflect on life and pursue the truth of existence, especially when someone close suddenly pass away. They feel a strong shock and develop a sense of mission and start searching for faith. So I'm going to share you a story of our team, the Miss Chan. Miss Chan, yeah, okay. Miss Chan is a very good book editor in Mr. Xuemo's team. And then there's something happens about more than 10 years ago. So she shared her story just like that. Okay. About 3 hours ago, okay, she just take a phone call to her husband, and they discuss what they are going to eat for the dinner. Okay? And after 2 hours later, she got the bad news from her husband's friend. Her husband passed away in the football field, okay, because the heart attack, yeah. And then the lady, she was the Miss Chen is the lady. She wanted to take all the thing in control. She planned everything ahead. You can you imagine that the lady Miss Chen, she planned to take the wedding dress photos in next month. She also want to start their honeymoons 2 months later. They also want to have a baby 6 months later. And they're also planning to come back to his husband's hometown for the child to grow up. But when she got the news that her husband just passed away in the football field, that she know that anything is impermanent. Anything is impermanent. Okay, she didn't realize that at the very beginning. Okay, she was so sad and cried all the day long, and she just locked herself in the cold lonely room. She didn't want to meet other people. She didn't want to meet other people. She just want to lock herself in the room, and she didn't eat anything. She didn't eat anything. Okay, the only two things for her to do is cry and sleeping. So when he cried and exhausted, he will go to sleep. Can you imagine that? When she told us, she said that she just want to fall asleep just because that she can unite with her husband in her dream. But when she wake up, the only thing she found is the well pillar. The only thing she found is the well pillar. Okay? So that, and then she know that anything is out of her control. Okay? And after her husband's passed away, and she started to searching for faith. And then she read the books written by our author Xuemo, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. And the world is a reflection of the mind. And then she know that anything in our life is impermanent. That's the truth of the world. That is the truth of the world. Impermanent is the truth of the world. Yeah. So when some people see their relative and friends who were talking and laughing yesterday suddenly died today, they persist the impermanence of life. A sense of life transcends arises. They realize death is not far away. They may think, okay, death is not far away. You know that Mr. Xuemo also realized that death is not far away when Mr. Xuemo was a very little boy in the villages. You know that now I live in the villages of our author Xuemo. We have an academy right here, Xuemo Academy. Yeah. So Xuemo Academy right here, okay, we often listen some kind of funeral music in these villages. Okay, about twice a month. When I listen this kind of funeral music, I know that some people is passed away. In these villages. So Mr. Sherman, he can listen this kind of funeral music many times. Okay, so and then Mr. Sherman realized that our world is impermanent. The truth of the world is impermanent, and also, you know that when you read the books about the desert rice, you will know that one of the characters from the desert rice is Hanto. Hanto was passed away because of stomach cancer. Yeah. So, and then actually Hanto, the character of the desert rice Hanto, he is the model of Mr. Sherman's younger brother. Mr. Sherman's younger brother was passed away at the age of 27, and Mr. Sherman was 29 years old. Yeah, Mr. Sherman was 29 years old, and then when Mr. Sherman saw find that his brother was passed away, okay, in 27 years old, and our author Sherman decide to start his 20 years Muhammadiyya yoga practice, 20 years close to Muhammadiyya yoga practice. So, okay, last week, Mr. Sherman's son have a conversation with our author Xuemo, and Mr. Sherman's son told us, Mr. Sherman's Mr. Sherman's retreat chamber, okay, is very near his house, but nobody where is Mr. Sherman's retreat chamber, yeah. So, and Madam Lu didn't know Mr. Sherman's retreat chamber, and Mr. Sherman's son didn't know that, yeah. Mr. Sherman you know that Mr. Sherman has already got the enlightenment wisdom at the age of 30. Yeah, and Mr. Sherman, he also strictly obeyed the guardians of the teachers to train the methods of the Muhammadiyya, the luminous Muhammadiyya. So Mr. Sherman, he just want to become an example to the people who got the transcendent wisdoms. Yeah. So Mr. Sherman practiced for 20 years, close door Muhammadiyya yoga practice, and then Mr. Sherman write this book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Also, Mr. Sherman have another 5 big books. Is the luminous Muhammadiyya. The luminous Muhammadiyya, the essence of enlightenment, wisdom, and sudden enlightenment. Yeah, and also luminous Muhammadiyya. How to say that? Know the life and death. Not like the life and death, also written by Chinese author Xuemo. So, and then Mr. Xuemo, he was always remind himself that death is not far away. The death is not far away. Mr. Xuemo was always said to us that death is just like a shot beyond our head. We didn't know when the saw is falling down to cut down our net. Yeah. So it means that the death is not far away. The death is always accompanied with us. So Mr. Xuemo has a human groove. He has a human groove in his room. Okay. And when Mr. Xuemo saw the human groove in his room, he know that the death is not far away. So Mr. Xuemo just do hard working in a hurry. He just want to, okay. He just do the things, write the books that he want to write, and he will never regret of that. So, okay, Mr. Xuemo always tell us some story that before Mr. Xuemo take the airplane, okay, when Mr. Xuemo finish one book, and then he will send the book that, okay, he will send the texture to his son, just to make no pities for his life. And then he always said, we didn't know what happens in next moment. We didn't know what happens in next moments. Yeah, our author Xuemo was always prepared to face the death. Yeah, so even though he take the airplane, he will send the texture of the new books to his son. Yeah, okay. Mr. Xuemo just want to save, to make the texture of the new books, okay, would not be missed when there's some airplane craft. Yeah, so that's our author Xuemo. Mr. Xuemo, because he know that death is not far away. Yeah, death is not far away. Yeah. So many people, they may think, what will happen to the house he bought or mortgaged? What about his wife and children and his parents? Decades later, Will anyone remember what kind of person he was? They may also notice that the lawn before them was once a battlefield where the heroes fought, yeah, filled with water and blood. Yet today it is a peaceful park for picnics. Those who struggle desperately left no choice. In the face of life's impermanence, what meaning do conflict and struggle has beside bringing pain? It was precisely after witnessing death and repeatedly that Sakamuni, that, Sak, that Sakyamuni felt deeply shaken, developed renunciation, and gave up his throne and began to seek truth. Seek the truth. Yeah. When you all understand all this, you will taste the suffering of the mundane world, slowly contemplating the pain of impermanence. You will see through the world, develop a strong sense of renunciation, and and some will then begin to practice seeking the true liberation. So I'm going to share you actually what will after you pass away, what will the apartment you bond or mortgage? Yeah, I'm going to share you a true story. A true story, yeah. A true story. Okay, in China there is a businessman. He's working so hard day and night, and even though he was exhausted, he also keep working. Okay, and then his company are becoming bigger and bigger, and he's become richer and richer. Yeah, and he buy the house for his wife. He buy the house for his kids, for his child, for his children, and he born and give and he give her heart, he give her parents a better life. And do you know what happened? And after he made a lot of money, and her body, okay, was rotting during the hard working day at night. Yeah. So when the man, okay, you know that when the man passed away, yeah, the, the car, the nice car born by the businessman is belong to his driver. Yeah. Okay. And his wife become the driver's wife, and his son become the driver's son. Okay. And his house is belong to his driver. Yeah. All the things he made is belong to others. Okay. According to the Oriental wisdom, the only thing that belongs to ourselves is that our true mind, undying diamond heart. We call that the true heart. So, according to the Oriental wisdom, okay, the undying diamond heart is inside our chest, Okay, so when we do the visualization, we have to visualize there is a green there is a blue ping pong ball inside our chest, and inside our chest, so we can visualize your teachers are inside your chest. Okay, and then your chest, inside your chest, inside your teacher's body, that is you. And then inside your chest is your teacher. Okay, you just to visualize that, something like that. And then if you want to got the method, or if you want to got the guidance, so you have to find the teachers in your life. And then your teachers will can help you to apply to your true heart. Yeah, that is so important for us. The only thing that belong to ourselves, that is our true heart. Yeah, the true heart. And some people in the Taoist theory, okay, they call the true heart as the Tao. Yeah. In China, there is a Oriental saying in China. We said that if we recognize the Tao in the morning, We are satisfied to death in the evening. Yeah. So so that is the that is some kind of the true heart. Okay, you must understand. You must understand, my friend, the world is impermanent. Everything is changing. Everything is changing, yeah? For example, okay, and some people said that the building is impermanent. Actually, the building is also impermanent. The life, it is a great illusion, yeah? So, for example, now the building is right here, but many years later, okay, the building is falling down. And then the government will will take another building. Maybe the government will build a park right in your apartment. Okay, so that is anything is impermanent. The life is a great illusion. When impermanence strikes, when the impermanence strikes, nothing is relatable except faith. All things are combined by causes and conditions. Yeah, all the things are combined by the causes and conditions. Yeah, constantly changing. Therefore, you must make the great vow using the power to commitment to strengthen your faith in practice. That's so important for you. So, for example, before Mr. Sharma's 20 years closed door Mahamudra Yoga practice, our author Xuemo vowed to himself. He vowed to himself. There are only two ways for him, there's only two paths for him to do in his life. And when he go to the 20 years closed door Mahamudra Yoga practice, okay, and he told to himself, so die or got the enlightenment wisdom. So, and then Mr. Sharma, he succeed to got the enlightenment wisdom by the visualization meditation. Yeah, my friend. So that is our author Xuemo. That is our author Xuemo. Yeah. So you must understand the word is important, and you also before your practice, you have to make the great vows using the power of commitment to strengthen your faith in practice. The beginners, the beginners, the practice beginners have no fully mutual in mind. Yeah, their faith is weak. They may face many obstacles. For example, they give up many worldly pleasures, yet see no sign of liberation, no hope, no joy in practice. You know that Mr. Sharma has started his practice since Mr. Sharma was 17 years old. Mr. Sharma started the spiritual training, okay, at the age of 17. Okay, at the age of 17, when Mr. Sharma go to the normal school in Wuwei City, and Mr. Sharma start his spiritual training. Yeah, so Mr. Sharma told us at the beginning of the spiritual training, actually, the process of the spiritual training, we cannot see any hope. Okay, no joy, no hope. Okay, and then what made the faith Mr. Sharma insist on his training? Hi, boy, nice to meet you, my friend. Yeah, boy, hello. Boy, okay, how's everything, my friend? Yeah, how's anything? Yeah, now today, okay, it's sunny in Wuwei City. Okay, it's sunny in Wuwei City. The skies was always blue and higher in Wuwei City. So when the outside is extremely hot right here, but when we go into our room, we feel cooler in the room. Okay, in Western China, right here in this city, we didn't need to turn on the aircon. Okay, a little fan, an electricity fan is enough for us. Yeah. Boy, maybe someday in future, if you have time, you can come to travel China, okay, to enjoy the cool weathers during the summer times in Wuwei City. Yeah. So Okay, at these times, life may feel desolate, cold, tennis. Yeah, boy, okay, welcome back, okay? Yeah. Okay, how's anything, my friend? How's anything? Yeah, you know that it's the summer now. It's the summer now and it's so hot right now. Yeah, it's so hot during the summer, yeah. So, and there is a joke. When I read the joke, it's so funny. Okay, the prime minister of the Indian. Okay, it's called the prime minister of India is called Moji. Yeah, yeah, the Moji, and he said that in India the people, the temperature is so hot, so high. The temperature is so hot in India, and the people can practice the yoga to keep calm when they feel hot. Yeah, and also the people can prepare some onions to keep them cool. Yeah, yeah. So, but actually, you don't need to take two onions with you. You just come to China, Western China. Okay, you can feel the cool in the Western China, especially when you go to the Chilean mountain. The Chilean mountain is so cool. Okay, so let's continue talk about the book. Let's continue talk about the book. So during our spiritual training, the life may feel desolate, cold, and tedious and painful. No one guides them, no one shows the way. It is like sinking into sand, unable to move forward quickly. This is the painful stage. This is the painful stage on your spiritual journey. Yeah, like the thirst without water, or pursuing a girl who remains cold for a long time. Yeah, almost fall, falling into despair. In dreams, they long for light and awakening, yet see no brightness, no warmth. Their hearts feel as if fallen into the snow fear. Okay, dew on road. Okay, I just washed the t-shirt yesterday. Yeah. Where is my Argentina football t-shirt? I'm always wearing the Argentina football shirt. I have two or three. Yeah. So I just washed them yesterday. Yeah. Deal on road. Okay, nice to meet you, my friend. Yeah. So you know that the football is wrong. That's just a kind of game, my friend. Deal on road. Yeah. Loser Argentina. Okay, okay, you know that. Okay, one time the football match is just the football match. Okay, so I saw a lot of videos. Some people are crying and become mess and become crazy after they lost the games. Yeah, no wonder I hate them such a low like Twitter. Okay, so actually, you know that is the business. You know that do on road. Do do you know why the people, why the association, the football, the FIFA, why the FIFA keep Argentina to play on the final? Yeah, and the judge also do that. So just because that is kind of some kind of business, you know that Messi, he have a lot of fans. So, and then when Argentina go to the final, enter the final, it means that the FIFA can earn more money, yeah. So actually, okay, for me, I think England is so pity for England. The coach of the England is so bad. Yeah, is so bad. So I just enjoy the game. Okay, I just enjoy the game. Yeah. Do you know how can I do that? After when I saw the Chinese team, lost so many times, lost the games for so many times. Okay, So I know that that is the football match. That's the match. The game is the game, my friend. Do you know what I mean that? Do you know what I mean that? Due on roll. Yeah, yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book. Let's talk about the literature and cultures right here. Yeah. Okay. So in dreams, they long for light and awakening. Yet see no brightness, no warmth. The hearts feel as if fallen into the snow fear. Yeah, they cannot help asking, have I devoted myself fully only to gain such loneliness and pain? Do I regret it? If regret erased at this moment, practice cannot be continued. Yeah, that is why regret is called the mind retrogression. The greatest enemies of practice. For example, if you wholeheartedly pursue a girl, but I reject for a long time, continuing may one day win her heart. But if you give her halfway, if you give her halfway, you lost the chance entirely. You lost the chance entirely. Practice is the same, especially the spiritual practice. Yeah. Therefore, you must make vow at the very beginning of your practice, swearing to reach a certain goal. Yeah. You know that, for example, Mr. Xuemo before his 20 years Muhammad's yoga practice in a recite chamber, Mr. Xuemo vowed to himself, the only two paths for me to do, the only two paths for me to do, okay, to put the enlightenment wisdom or pass away in the retreat chamber. Yeah, there are only two ways for me to do. Mr. Xuemo vowed to himself. Yeah, so So then, like someone deeply in love, take the Dharma, the truth, as the beloved of your whole life. Vote to follow it, to pursue it, whether it is, whether awake or asleep. Whatever you do, maintain that enthusiasm, focus, passion. Okay, vote to follow it, to pursue whatever it leads, whether awake or asleep. Whatever you do, maintain that enthusiasm, focus, and passions. So, with such purpose, concentration, and devotion, you will not easily regret your choice and develop the mind retrogression. You must understand, my friend, the world is impermanent. Life is a great illusion. Yeah? When impermanence strikes, nothing is relatable except faith. All the things are combined by the causes conditions. And the condition and the cause changing. And the things it will be changed too. Okay? So all the things constantly changing. Therefore, you must make the great vow using the power of commitment to strengthen your practice. Yeah, to strengthen your faith in practice, even if you fall into poverty. Okay, even if you fall into poverty and become a beggar, you will not abandon your true faith. Never regrets, never regrets, even if even when life is fading, you still practice, never craving wealth or pleasure, even if your body is abandoned in the wilderness after death, without a noble funeral, you will not doubt your faith for a moment. So, this is genuine, unconditioned faith, at the source of liberation. Hence, the saying, faith is the mother of all merits. The faith is the mother of all merits. Without faith, there's no liberation. Without the faith, without there's no liberation. Yeah, this faith naturally includes self-confidence. If you lack of confidence, even if you truly awaken one day, you will not dare to believe it. Practice without self-confidence can easily fall into retrogression. For example, some people clearly love writing and have talent, but lack of confidence, believe they will never succeed and give up, and thus lost the chance to become writer. You know that about 20 years ago, Mr. Xuemo has a training lessons for the writings in this city. And Mr. Xuemo was always sharing the story about the students of the writing lessons. Yeah, there are about 200 students in one class. About 50 students, they have very good talents, and mm, they have very talents for writing. And then after 20 years later, after 20 years later, so do you know what happens? These 50 students cannot, nobody become the writer. They give up on their they give up on their writing. Only two students become the youth writer in China. Okay, these two students are not the best in the training lessons. Okay, they are not belong to the best 50 students. Okay, one is Mr. Xuemo's son, Chen Yixing. Another one is Mr. Xuemo's nephew, Qin Jianxing. Both of them are become the writers in China, the youth writer in China. Yeah. So, and the only thing to make these two students become the writer in China, just because they insist on their writing, and they have the self-confidence that he will become the writers in China. Okay, he will become the writers in China. So therefore, to attain ultimate faith, you must make vows. You must make vows, preferably great vows. The great resolve, the great vow, and the great power. A great vow is also a form of ambition. So what is the meaning of ambitions right here? Ambition is the state of mind, a version that transcends one's current position and identity. We have no longer satisfied with the present and pursue a higher idea. We have ambitions. For instance, when a farmer is unwilling to remain only a farmer, he has ambitions. There are two kinds of ambitions right here. Self-serving ambition, the worldly kind. Money, for example, money, fame, power, status, and so on. And another ambition is the altruistic ambition. Altruistic ambition is the noble aspiration. It's a noble aspiration. For example, the Russian writer Tolstoy, wishing to change the world through literature. Okay, he has the noble aspiration. And the Chinese philosopher about 1,000 years ago, okay, Confucius spreading benevolence to save the world. Yeah, this is noble aspiration, also known as Bodhisattva. So, in my view, all altruism is the ultimate greatest form of self-benefit. In benefiting others, we perfect our own characters and evaluate our soul. Therefore, through this process, ordinary people can become the great sage. The mortal beings can become the Buddha. The one with the greatest ambition is the Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. Do you know Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, whose great vow is until the hair are empty, I should not become a Buddha. Yeah, truly a vast vow, huh? So of course, you can also make four immeasurable miles, the four immeasurable miles. So that that is I always do before my morning exercise. Okay, so may all beings possess joy and the causes of joy. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings abiding in joy that is free from suffering and never separated from it. May all beings abiding in equanimity, free from discrimination and attachment. Yeah. However, making empty vows without actions. A worldly vow for promotion and wealth is meaningless. So our vow must benefit others and be matched by corresponding actions. Only then they are meaningful. Only then they are meaningful. So vow for transcendence that are not expressed in compassionate actions in this world produce no merit and blessing. Yeah, blessing and merit come from your actions. Yeah, so you get blessing only by doing good. You cannot get them by merely dreaming or sleeping. So, according to the Oriental wisdom, there is some kind of goddess who take the scissors to cut the people's empty vow. Yeah, you know that a lot of people are taking the empty vow without actions. That is called the empty vow. The only vow for not actions, that is the empty vow. Yeah. So and the people just made some people just made a vow made a lot of empty vow. And the empty vow it become the net to tie them close. Okay. So there is a goddess in according to the Oriental wisdom. Okay. And then the scissors were taking the goddess are taking the scissors to just cut the empty vows for the people are in the net. Yeah, and to say the people, okay, I say the people in the empty vows net. Yeah, so therefore, make the great vows, plant the good causes, and reap the good fruits. This is the virtuous cycle. This is a virtuous cycle, my friend. Yeah. So along the way, you must let go of certain things. Holding on is useless. 谢谢。好，感谢谢谢。Okay, holding on is useless. Let go of fame, profit, and indulgence. If you insist on shapely dividing yours and mine, it's hard to practice genius kindness. In truth, nothing and no one lasts forever. Okay, you know that nothing and no one lasts forever. No one in history has lived without dying. Even if you refuse to let go now, you must let go when your body perishes. Okay, refusing to release doesn't mean you can keep the things forever. Yeah, emperors and general of past dynasty possess everything: glory, gold, jewels, beauty, territories. Yet when their body die, all pass to others. External things change constantly, and your mind changes constantly. If you cannot let go, if you cling, you cannot attain liberation. Attachment is the mother of cycling existence. Yeah, attachment is the mother of cycling existence. Why do many people practice for a long time yet experience little inner change? Yeah, because they cannot let go. They cannot let go. Without letting go, naturally, you cannot see your true nature. This is a fundamental issue. So, Mr. Xuemo said, I have seen many practitioners who retreat for years. They recite 10 million times of mantras, yet still fight in their retreat chambers. Yeah, that's so funny. They just found for the clay in the retreat chambers. You know why the people they find for the clay in the retreat chambers? You know that the people are doing the city meditation, and the clay can make them feel comfortable, and the clay can make them feel comfortable, and then the people will fall to each other to for the clay to make them feel comfortable. Yeah. So who many who vow to benefit all parents among beings cannot even tolerate their loved ones, wasting precious times tormenting and plotting against family members. Such people are not truly practicing, they are only deceiving themselves. Just like the master Tai Chi once wrote a poem, my highest idea is the Buddha. Perfection lies in characters. To perfect, to perfect the human is to perfect the Buddha. This is the true reality. Yeah, Master Tai Chi was right, my friend. He was right. Without cultivating characters, all transcendental practice is meaningless. Remember, to practice is to train your action. Without expression in actions, all practice is empty. Therefore, in life, I first require myself to be a good person, a good son, a good husband, a good father, a good writer. Only on this foundation can we speak to the transcendental practice. Yeah. So this is the book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart, written by Chinese author Xuemo. And this book, it can give you the wisdom guidance that how to become the master of your mind, how to become the master of your destiny. So you can take the book from Amazon. Now we have a promotion, a Kindle promotion right here. $1 for the Kindle editions on Amazon only today. So you can go to Amazon to take the book, the Kindle editions, and also the printed editions is for fast delivery. The printed editions of the Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart now is only for $23. $23. You can take the book and you can become the master of your mind. Yeah, you know that this book is our author latest English book. Okay, this book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart, has reached #1 new release in Eastern philosophy on Amazon, centered on the idea of mastering your mind to shape your destiny. The book addresses how individuals can build clarity, independence, and resilience in an age of information overload and constant pressure. The book presents a structure of 5 steps framework focused on cognitive awareness and personal development. It guides readers to reassess external influences, clarify personal value, strengthen self-observation, improve concentration and insight, and define behavioral patterns in our daily life. Through a practical and systematic approach, the book aims to help us reduce emotional drain, enhance decision-making capacity, and maintain mental clarity in complex environment. Yeah. So you know that Mr. Xuemo, the background behind me is Mr. Xuemo. Mr. Xuemo was born in 1963 as Chen Tai Hong. He has written more than 80 titles, with his book translated into over 20 languages. In recent years, several of his titles has received international literary award and has drawn widespread interest in major global culture events, including the Frankfurt Book Fair, and his writings are increasingly recognized in the field of international literature and cross-cultural studies. The release of this new book marked a further expansion of his work into the area of personal value, of personal development and community management. Okay, hi viewer, thank you so much for accompanying with me. Okay, I'm so happy you're here with me today. Okay, I have to go. Okay, I have to go. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, see you. Have a nice